Bowling Green up 3 early in the second half. And Bowling Green has been helped out by Dylan Fry, the point guard in the starting lineup. He's moved over to the 2 at times, but he has a game-high 12.
Yeah, as we mentioned, in a little bit of a shooting slump coming into this game. He's only averaging 8.8 points in MAC play, but early on he got some really open looks, a couple open shots right there, and that really got him into a rhythm, and from there he's done a really good job attacking. I mean, he's only 6'2". He's not exactly someone that wows you with his athleticism, but as I mentioned, I love his decision-making from the point guard position, and today the decisions he's made is to score the basketball.
Also showing he can move without the ball, too, on that back cut. Taylor Persons tries a backdoor pass on the other end. It's picked off by Bowling Green. Caldwell into the game for the Falcons. Gives Turner, right elbow jumper, no good. Plowden hustles for the rebound. It's out of bounds, last touch by Ball State.
I'll tell you, Corey, Justin Turner is obviously the leading scorer for this team. I mean, we know that he's the go-to guy, but he's a little streaky. When he's off, he's off. And when he's hitting, as we saw in the Kent State game, 16-2 run by himself, he can really fill it up, but he has not gotten it going, and you got to credit the Ball State defense keeping him in check.
Turner had 20 in the Kent State game, went on a 16-2 run by himself for the Falcons, but today he's only 2 of 8 from the field and has 4 points.
Well, and once again, he went on a 16-2 run in about a 5-minute span and only scored 20 points on a game. So exactly. He's that type of guy.
A score inside by Plowden pushes Bowling Green's lead up to 5.
Yeah, I think Plowden is going to be a really good player. Of the freshmen that they have, he's the guy I really like. 6'6", really smooth athlete. Obviously, he has some developing to do, but I think he has a chance to be an impact player when he's an upperclassman.
A lot of young players on this Bowling Green team. Purses misses on the other end. Turner, a redshirt freshman, hands off to Caldwell, a sophomore. And Caldwell mid-range.
Guys in that position that Plowden is in, that hybrid forward position, are so successful at this level, this Mid-American Conference, mid-major, this level of basketball. Guys that can play inside and outside from the forward spot can be stars, and I think he's one of them.
Turner checks out in favor of Nelly Cummings. Bowling Green still 3 freshmen on the floor, even with Turner checking out. Antoine Lillard, the oldest player, he's a junior. Caldwell, the only other non-freshman, he's a sophomore. Koch spots up for 3. This is off right.
See, that's his game. And with Wiggins in, he gets more looks like that, but he hasn't gotten into the rhythm because he hasn't been in those positions today.
Lillard strips Teague, 2-on-1. Caldwell to the rim, hands off for Lillard at the final second.
Tell you what, Corey, this is an up-tempo team. I mean, we're talking about a team that's in the top 40 in Ken Palm's adjusted tempo in the country. Ball State's done a good job of making this a half-court game, which has suited them. But when they get out in transition, they have athletes and they are effective, and we finally saw it for the first time there.
We talked earlier about the second ranking in the Mid-American Conference in tempo. Also, Michael Huger, the third-year head coach for Bowling Green, said when they're out in transition, that's when they're at their best, and it starts on the defensive end. You saw Lillard get the strip to start things. Teague with 8 to shoot. Bowling Green already up 7, looking to add on. It's a turnover from Lillard.
Man, Lillard wanted to shoot that ball, didn't he? He had his head down. He was going to the rim, and he was going to score. And then he had to kick it out with 2 defenders collapsing on him, and he wasn't able to make the pass. But there was fire in his eyes as he was going to the rim.
Bowling Green up 7, 13-17 remaining in the half. Both teams coming into tonight 5-5 in Mid-American Conference play. Needing a victory where they threaten to fall below 500 in MAC play. Ishmael El-Amin rattles home a 3.
That's the one area Coach Whiffer said he needs to improve is the outside shooting, but the last 3 or 4 games he has looked really solid from there.
Only the third made three for Ball State. A foul on the other end. This one will go against Thompson.
I mean, you're talking about a guy that shot 32% in the non-conference. He's up to 36%. In the conference, definitely looks way more confident. No hesitation on that three-pointer. Knocks it down.
The backcourt right now for Ball State. Ishmael El-Amin, a freshman, and Josh Thompson, a walk-on. Ball State on defense right now. 6 to shoot for Turner. Drives against Sellers, pushes him off, gets the floater to fall.
Well, here we go. If Turner gets going, watch out. That's the only way Bowling Green's going to get any space, increase the margin here in the second half if he is able to start scoring.
Sellers goes right back at him on the other end and draws a foul. A third team foul on Bowling Green.
Sellers has done a really good job guarding Justin Turner, and I'll tell you what, if there was a stat for this, he would be the best charge taker in the country. Coach Whitford is arguing his case right there, saying that should have been a charge on the push-off from Turner, but Sean Sellers sells those charges better than anyone.
Errant pass by Mallers, picked off. Matt Fox thought about the three, thinks about it again, and then hands off to Caldwell. Kick out Cummings, extra pass to Fox. He passed up the three.
Yeah, now he's starting to second guess himself.
Bowling Green's bench is on their feet. Cummings pull up three, missed the shot. Caldwell, the smallest player on the floor, with the offensive board.
They always say it's not a stop until you grab the rebound. Great defense right there from Ball State. Full 30 seconds, awesome job, but if you don't get the rebound, it doesn't count.
The 5'10 sophomore out of Dayton, Ohio, Caldwell. Here's Cummings, fadeaway jumper. Bowling Green up 8. Ishmael El-Amin hit a three not too long ago. This time puts the ball on the floor, drives, gets his own offensive board, misses again. Moses with an offensive rebound, bullies Koch, and gets the layup and then flexes.
I think he's a little frustrated. What do you think, Corey?
He definitely let out the frustration on that play. Bulldozed Koch and got the basket to fall. Bowling Green up 6.
Back at Fikes Field here at Western Kentucky University. Western Kentucky leads Ball State 7-0 with 7:43 remaining first quarter. Jack Milas, the backup quarterback, getting the start today for Ball State. He comes out, had a 21-yard completion to start off the day, and then Ball State's offense stalled and had to punt. Western Kentucky getting set for their second offensive possession, and they really moved the ball with ease on their first offensive possession. What needs to change for Ball State defensively here on the second one?
Well, we're going to have to see an answer from these quick throws by Western Kentucky. And something to prevent that is, can the quarterbacks jam the wide receivers right off the line of scrimmage? If you can get a good jam by some of these cornerbacks and delay the wide receivers to get into their quick slants that they're running right now, then that forces the play to extend a little bit longer. That forces Anthony Winbush to get back there, and so on.
David Elson's defense takes the field for Ball State. A former head coach for Western Kentucky, back in a homecoming of sorts here tonight at Western Kentucky. David Elson was the head coach for Western Kentucky, the Hilltoppers, from 2003 to 2009. He was with the program all the way back to 1996. Mike White in the offense, getting set for their second offensive possession. White takes the shotgun snap, turns right, hands off to Trigg. 1st and 10. The carry moves forward for 5 yards. Trigg falls down there. And actually on the punt, they gave them a few extra yards, so the gain was only 2 to the 23-yard line. 2nd and 8 upcoming. Mike White and the offense get right back up to the line of scrimmage. Back in shotgun, Trigg flanked to Mike White's right with 2 wide receivers top side. White fakes the handoff, turns left, looking across the middle, finds a receiver outside the hash, and the receiver drops the football down at his ankles. It was a tough catch to make, but one that a lot of the fans here at Western Kentucky thought that Xavier Lane should have made, and he could have made a big gain on the play if he would have come up with the grab. 3rd and 8 now at the 23.
Josh Miller just got fooled there. Xavier Lane went inside. Josh Miller turned his whole body inside, and Xavier Lane had the full far side of the field if he would have caught that ball to run.
3rd and 8, 23-yard line, right hash. White in shotgun with a running back to his right, 3 receivers top side. He's looking left, pressured by Wimbush, throws over the middle, and the ball is long and over the head of the intended wide receiver on the play. Incompletion. Anthony Wimbush, the top sacker in the nation, was providing pressure on Mike White. Brings up 4th and 8. The intended wide receiver on the play was Jaquez Sloan.
Anthony Wimbush was mere inches from slapping the ball out of White's hand there. That was an extremely close play. So it could be one of those games where for Anthony Wimbush, once again, it's coming. It's only a matter of time. Usually the second half is when he is firing on all cylinders.
That's when he had 3 sacks against Illinois, all in the second half. He was pressuring in the first. Bad snap on the punt. The punter had to readjust and then is hit as he punts the ball away. It was a bad one as he had to readjust middle of the play. It only goes to the 40-yard line outside the numbers, dribbles up a few yards to the 36. Ball State will start their offensive possession there, and Western Kentucky should just be breathing easy knowing that the punt at least got away and Ball State is back in their own territory.
Just hurts to know that similar play happened last week when Ball State was not able to take advantage of a special teams blunder on the snap. I mean, that's one of those plays where you got 3 guys back there. You're wondering, there's 2 blockers. How does one not get back there in time?
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line, left hash. Milas in shotgun with Dunner to his left, 2 receivers top side. It's actually Huntley to his left. He gives to Huntley, running off of right guard, moves forward for 5 yards on the first down play, tackled at the 41-yard line by a host of defenders. 2nd and 5 upcoming, middle of the field, 41.
Caleb Huntley, it's going to be tough for him because you're playing without the left guard and the right guard today. So he's the kind of running back where he's a downhill guy. He's running in the trenches. Malik Dunner, on the other hand, a guy who can bend it outside easily. We'll see how Caleb Huntley can handle that adversity down low.
Milas comes out in the pistol formation this time for a 2nd and 5 snap at the 41. 5-man front for Western Kentucky, 8 in the box. Milas turns right, hands to Huntley. He bulldozes a defender in the backfield, but only falls forward for 1 yard. The defender in the backfield was 1 yard into the backfield, enough to bring Caleb Huntley down for no gain. Brings up 3rd and 5, 41-yard line with 5:58 remaining first quarter. Ball State trailing by 7.
Caleb Huntley also not a guy who's going to be your 3rd down back today. That's more Malik Dunner role, and that's what we see now as he trots off.
Malik Dunner is in now as the running back. Nolan Given also in the backfield, located to Jack Milas' left side. Nolan Given is a tight end, so most likely not getting a carry on this play. 3rd and 5, 41-yard line, middle of the field. Given stays in to block. Milas throws downfield. Outside the numbers on the right sideline. Dunner brings the ball down across the 25-yard line, taken down by a linebacker, Joel Iyebuniwa. Runs him down before he's able to take it for 6 across the 20-yard line. Malik Dunner, a huge gain to the 18. Jack Milas found the sneaking running back out of the formation.
Just what a great job by Malik Dunner, able to go around the right side edge of that cornerback. And how about the throw by Jack Milas? He underthrew the last throw on the left sideline on the first drive. This time just hit Dunner right on stride on that far side.
1st and 10, 18-yard line, right hash. Milas in shotgun, sends a receiver in motion. Fakes a jet sweep to Justin Hall. Turns left, throws outside the numbers, left side. The catch is made. Nolan Given runs out of bounds just before the end zone, not able to reach the ball across. He's down at the 1-yard line, ran out on his own power. Could have literally extended the ball with his right hand across the pylon. He did not. Either way, it's 1st and goal at the 1-yard line, left hash.
Yeah, as they show the replay on the video board, I think one of the reasons why he didn't extend his arm was because another defender from the near side wide receiver was coming over to make a play on him, you don't want to fumble that ball, especially right there.
Jack Milas, 2 good plays in a row, and now the official comes on and says the previous play is under review. So that could be a good thing and could be a bad thing for Ball State. Maybe Nolan Given was bobbling it on a second glance by the replay booth, or maybe Nolan Given got across the pylon for a touchdown. So it could be good or bad news for Ball State. If it is bad news, it would be 2nd and 10 at the 18. If it is good news, it could be a Ball State touchdown.